Hello, and welcome to another episode of Heal from the Hurt. I am your host, Tammy Simmons. And in this episode, we're going to talk about going back to what is familiar. And so in this podcast, I wanted to encourage you not to go back to what is familiar. And what is familiar is more than likely your ex. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of times our exes, they haven't really changed. A lot of them, they just want us to be underneath them, or they want to have the upper hand. And I would especially urge those of us, or those of you who went through a toxic relationship. I know that it is hard being by yourself, and then all of a sudden, one minute you're in a relationship with somebody, and the next minute you don't have anyone to call on for anything, and you're just used to having that person as company. And I would urge you, as much as possible, try to fight the urge to go back to what you're used to. I understand that being single is hard, and even the healing process is sometimes even harder. And all you want is for that pain to go away. But you have to remember the reason why you left that relationship, especially if it was toxic. A lot of times, what we start to do is we start to think about all the good times, and we ignore the bad times. Like, we ignore how they talked to us, how they gaslighted us, all those things. But we remember how maybe one birthday they gave us an excellent gift, or maybe spending time with them, it was great, but we forget all the negative things. And so what I would encourage you to do, especially if you have gone through a toxic relationship, is look at the full picture first of all, and see the reason why you left the relationship, not just the good times. And I would encourage you to, as much as possible, focus on yourself, because your future is greater than what you have been through in the past. And I know that you can't see anything, because I know, like, usually I'm in the same place that you're in right now. It seems like it's a desert. Like, I'm in the middle of the desert. I can't see anything. It was like, I walked out on faith. I knew that relationship wasn't for me. And now I feel like I'm in the middle of nowhere. I have no one to turn to or anything. And it's just like, okay, God, what is next? But for me, I realized that going back to that relationship is not an option at all. I was not happy in that relationship or anything. And also, he's moved on, but that's another story. But other than that, going back is not an option, because I was never happy there. That wasn't where I was meant to be or anything. And if I ever want to see growth, if I ever want to make something out of myself, I have to keep moving forward. And I have to believe that God is going to give me everything that I asked for. So I want to give you that same encouragement. I know you can't see anything right now, and I know that you probably just want their company, their touch, or whatever, but you have to realize that there is more for you out there than what you have been through. And so please stay encouraged, stay on the healing path, actively heal, and I will be here with you through this whole process. But I would encourage you, as much as possible, especially if you have gone through a toxic relationship, do not go back to what's familiar, because you can't see anything ahead of you. There is so much more out there for you. You just haven't gotten there yet. So please continue to actively heal, love yourself, love on yourself, and continue on your growth process. And I will help you along the way. I'll be here, right here for you. So until next time, love you guys. Bye.